So this was originally gonna be an Instagram video, but it got so long that I said, you know what? I'm just gonna post this on YouTube because it's pretty long and uh retention and like keeping someone's attention on Instagram for 8 to 7 minutes is damn near impossible. So I'm just gonna post this on YouTube. Feel me? First time on YouTube. Not first time. I've posted things here before, but first time officially on YouTube. What a video to start everything off with, right? Okay, enjoy that. Ooh, my teeth look terrible. Anyway, I'm about to go to the shower. But anyway, time. All right, so I made it home. This is the same day, but I'm gonna post it tomorrow. And I might actually I actually like the idea of posting ahead of schedule. But I was just having this thought about God and what He does for us, right? So there's these ideas of the Lord's impact on our lives and how some people, like, there's this one saying that'll be like, if it's meant for you, if God meant it for you, you will have it. And if God doesn't mean for you to have it, it was never yours to begin with. It wasn't God's plan. And I'd like to, I want to poke and prod at that concept. I want to poke and prod at the concept of God is, shout out, hold on. Shout out my dogs who aren't giving me any space. They're kind of bullying me, so shout out to them. Now they're resting. Thank you, Put. Oh my fault. Anyway, distraction, digression. Where was I going with this? I believe God's impact on us is instilling His wisdom onto our lives, right? And projecting His will into areas of our life, but He does not directly impact anything that happens. The thing that directly impacts whatever happens in our life is us. That's the whole point of the one thing that He gave us, choice, right? There's this one thing that I really liked where this lady was talking about you pray that you catch the bus and then you run as fast as you can to the bus, right? I love that. You know what I'm saying? Where it kind of shifts. I don't know who the lady is. I might have to find her stuff because I don't want to quote people without really giving them their due respect. It was like a podcast.
You pray to catch the bus and then you run as fast as you can. You can't pray to catch the bus and stroll down the street, right? Like you got to pray to catch the bus, run as fast as you can, because then if you miss the bus, it's not your bus. But if you don't run, that could have been your bus. And if you don't pray, that could have been your bus. Right. So I try to do both, like all of my work, all of my faith, and then, rejection is God's protection. It's mine or it's not.
Or a lady in a podcast or an interview or some such. But I saw the comment section of that reel, and one of the people were talking about and if you don't catch the bus was never meant for you. I think she said it too. I disagree. Obviously, certain situations, this isn't a general sweep.
No, that's wrong.
I wanted to clarify that what I meant here was that she's not wrong, or I don't disagree with what she's saying. I meant that some people misinterpret and or they use that way of thinking in a way that I disagree with, which I will elaborate onto in this video. I am not saying that what she's saying is wrong in my opinion. I agree with what she's saying. But ultimately, I believe that some people use it in a disingenuous manner, which I'll elaborate on now. But I believe more often than not, you will pray that you catch the bus. And if you catch the bus, shout out. You know what I'm saying? God helped you get to that bus. Or not even God helped you get to that bus. You were prepared to get to the bus, right? You managed to catch up to it. If you do not catch up to the bus, that doesn't mean that specific bus wasn't meant for you. It just means you weren't prepared to catch that bus. It's the same thing, but not really. It's not God saying, it's the mentality of that bus is never meant for me, so I need to let it go, is not the same as that bus was meant for me, but I wasn't prepared enough. I wasn't ready. I didn't have the stamina. I didn't have the know-it-all to wake up early. You know, get what I mean? You have to do something on top of praying. You know what I'm saying? Prayer lets God hear your will and sees, okay, I think he got it. You feel me? And things such as luck and coincidences, I think that's God's touch. But at the end of the day, there's only so much luck. What luck is preparation meets preparation meets opportunity, right? You get the opportunity to catch that bus. But if you aren't prepared, the luck will only do you so much. And so a part of it is always you have to do more. A lot of people will expect God to move mountains to get them what they want because they ask for it. And obviously they do good things and they pray every day and they believe and love God, right? But I think a part of it is, and this isn't everybody, and I know there's definitely people who would agree with me and have this mentality anyway, and they're probably wondering, what is this dude talking about? That's not what I was thinking at all. Who thinks like this? But you'd be surprised how many people will say, don't stress yourself too much about it. God has you. Like, I believe that, but it's not about stress. It's about effort. I will try my 100%. I will train so that I can try 110%. I am not the same person I was last year. I wasn't the same person I was 2 years ago, and I wasn't the same person I was 3 years ago. I am evolving. And so, using that analogy, if I prayed to God 3 years ago to catch a bus and I did not catch that bus, and 3 years later I pray to God to catch that bus, same distance, same time frame, and I am who I am now, I know for a fact I'll catch that bus. Because I worked, I prepared myself, and God gave me the opportunity. The bus is now available. Let me get onto it. An analogy I was thinking of is, you'll be in the middle of a desert and you will pray to God to get you fresh water. And God will show you the path to the fountain, right? You have to make that walk. He will not make the fountain come close to you. You have to make the walk to the fountain. It's not God's grace if you it's not about stumbling upon a fountain after praying for it. It is God will show you the direction and you will go to that fountain. And once you go to that fountain and you reach that fountain, that's God's direction and that was your effort that you put in. Some people will walk a quarter of the way through, then get mad and say, God, I tried my best. Why isn't the fountain to me? You walked a quarter of the way there. Walk more. God is like I believe G-Man is looking down on us, right? Like on some, dude, you've done 1/4 of the job. Keep going. And then they'll pray, God, please bring the fountain closer to me. You know where it is. Just persevere, my child. You will make it. You will make it. You will make it. And then they will hinder themselves and expect the prayer to move mountains for them, right? And I'm not speaking off of nothing. There are people who I know who have this mentality, which is why I'm bringing it up. And yeah, this could be the delusional Christian. That's not a representation of God. Vete, obviously. I'm just saying that I believe God is like a omnipresent being that can't just will whatever we want because there's 8 billion of us. Human history, way more than that, right? And Bruce Almighty, the movie. If you haven't watched the movie Bruce Almighty, starring Jim Carrey, you need to watch that movie. And it had who was it? It had I can't believe I'm brain farting his name. I'm crashing. Point being, that movie's amazing, and it kind of just tells you what it means to answer every prayer. You answer every prayer, you answer nothing. You kind of just make everything worse because you're not exactly individually looking at a person's scenario and understanding what that person needs at the time. I'm not going to spoil anything, but I'm just going to say that praying to God is just talking to God. And God hears you out and he's like, I believe things will work out in your way or not. I believe that's what it is. I've had a lot of difficulties connecting with G-Man spiritually because of multiple different reasons that I won't get into, but my understanding, the logistics I see about G-Man is he is always there and he's always listening,
But that doesn't mean now we must wait for him to do something for us. We need to still put in the work. Not just the work of a literal physical effort, but moral effort, mental effort, physical effort, spiritual effort. We need to put the effort in, and he'll meet us halfway. That's what a good relationship is all about. Meeting the person halfway all the time. This one's long, but yeah.